Well, hello and welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. I am quite tired today, because I did not get a lot of sleep last night, so... yeah, excuse me if I'm yawning a bit today. But I am excited nonetheless, because we are finally going to the Blacklake District. Yes, it is time, and of course we take Kelgar, Nishka and Elami and of course Gerhard with us. Yes, this is basically what we plan to do since, I don't know, the very beginning basically. Ever since we arrived in Neverwinter we wanted to go here and, well, I need to fix the camera again. I keep forgetting that, it's quite annoying. I don't even know why it is like this at the beginning, since I'm always saving with the camera like this. I don't know why. If someone knows, let me know in the comments, please. But yeah. Let's go to the world transition, and... how do we go to Blacklake? Can we not? I thought we can. 1 second, let me check the journal. We have finally access to Blacklake District. So, how do we get there? Ah, okay, we need to use that specific exit. I see. I see. Alright. Let us go then. This direction, I think. Yes. And then along that road. Do I have anything in my inventory that I could sell, perhaps, beforehand?
Follow me.
No, not really. Okay.
I suppose so.
Let's go then. Sorry, no one in or out of the Blacklake District without permission. I have a pass from Captain Berliner. Ah, well now. Apparently your good deeds down at the docks were enough for her. Everything seems to be in order. Well, get this gate open for you straight away. Hey, up there! We've got someone leading into Blacklake. They've got a pass from the captain. There you go. One of the guards on the other side will escort you. The pass doesn't give you free rein in the district, just to this Aldenon's home. Ah, okay. Interesting. We will go there then. Aldenon's, you said, right? Well, here we are. Don't expect a warm welcome though. He has been even more detached lately. I'll just wait here while you talk to him. I'm sorry. Are you here with the delivery? I'm with the City Watch. I'd like to ask you some questions. The Watch? Whatever you are here for, is someone in trouble? No trouble, but you have some information that I need. Really? I'm always happy to help the Watch, and information is something a speciality of mine, you know. Quite a hobby. Let me just remove these awards there. All disarmed, I think. Come right in. Oh yeah, also a little bit of a good news, it's finally colder again. I'm not sweating my ass off anymore.
Ah, well met, well met. Please forgive my rather rude questions at the door. I would never intentionally stand in the way of the City Watch. Well, unless there was nowhere else left to stand, really. But that wouldn't happen unless there was a flood. I must confess, normally I'm rather, well, reclusive. Not that I dislike people, mind you, quite the contrary. But lately, with all the troubles, a murderer on the loose and young nobles sneaking around up to who knows what, I've had to place wards around my home.
Nobles sneaking around?
Ah, yes. Lately, I've seen figures sneaking around in the dark, and not that well-meaning sort of sneaking either. It's obvious what they want.
What do they want?
Why, my house, of course. As if I would ever sell it. Ridiculous. I'd sooner give up my left eye. But my right annoys me at times, so that would be an easier sell.
Sounds like you may have sold your wits already.
Oh, no. Still have all of those. Yes, I do. Still as sharp as a club. Wouldn't trade a house for my wits. Not at all. Well, perhaps for my gardener's mind. In any event, back when I first settled in Neverwinter, my humble abode was on the outskirts of Blacklake, bordering acres of untouched wilderness. Now, with Neverwinter being rebuilt, following all that plague nonsense, my property went from the periphery to being right on the main thoroughfare of the rich part of Neverwinter. All the nobility wants to live in Blacklake, but there's no more room, so lately they've been trying various ways to convince me to sell my land.
Are you sure these figures are nobles?
Of course. Who else would sneak around my home? Well, present company excluded. Oh, that's right. You came here for a reason, yes?
Well, you see, several nights ago, actually probably several weeks at this point, my home village of West Harbor was a bit attacked.
Great dear, what a tale! The moment you arrived, I knew I'd be interested in meeting you. Wish I'd known that when I first greeted you. Would have saved some time. You've certainly come to the right place. A while ago, I found another shard with properties similar to the ones you possess. I've done every possible test on the shard, but learned little. However, I've never had another shard to compare it against. If you'd like some answers, I'll gladly run some tests on your shards. I have just enough quicksilver to do it.
Sure, but I want these back.
Ah, thank you. I'll be right back with this. My tests are complete. With another shard to use as a comparison, well, I learned quite a bit. Quite a lot, actually. It appears these shards contain latent magical energy, either caused by a strong enchantment from when they were whole or from their method of destruction. Furthermore, the shards resonate when they are brought together, increasing their magical energy output accordingly. These shards are pieces of a broken Githyanki silver sword. Are you familiar with the Githyanki?
Oh, well, I've met some of them, and, well, they didn't quite survive meeting me. But, sure, I'd be interested in hearing what you know about them. Maybe that makes killing them a bit easier in the future.
The Githyanki are a race of beings that dwell on the astral plane, led by Vlakith, the Lich Queen. Not a nice woman, I hear. Ages ago, the ancestors of the Githyanki were human and inhabited another plane of existence, where they were enslaved by the Illithids, or Mind Flayers. Then came Gith. Little is known about her outside the Githyanki, but she led the rebellion to free her people of the Illithids, and is considered the hero and founder of the Githyanki people. The Githyanki silver swords are forged with the special purpose of severing the silver cord that connects the form of an astrally projecting traveler to his or her material counterpart. They look like a regular Githyanki weapon until used in combat, at which point they turn into a column of flowing, shimmering liquid. Really quite amazing, I'm told. I believe the shards that you have found are pieces of one of these silver swords. I presume the Githyanki have come to Faerun to recover the shards.
But why would the Githyanki care about pieces of a broken sword?
I've never heard of one being broken before. It could be that the Githyanki are as interested in how it was broken as they are in reclaiming the pieces.
I thought the Githyanki before, but none of their weapons had the properties you describe.
Common Githyanki would not possess a silver sword. These swords are rare and highly prized. They are given by the Lich Queen to only the greatest of Githyanki knights. When one of their silver swords falls into the hands of a non-Githyanki, they will go to extraordinary lengths to recover it.
Ah. Ah. Well, do the Githyanki often lose their silver swords?
Often enough that there is a special group of Githyanki, the Sword Stalkers, whose sole purpose is to seek out any of the missing silver swords and punish the thieves who took them.
Alright, can you reforge the sword, or can I do that? Perhaps is there some way to do this?
Obviously, you'd first need more of the shards, wouldn't you? Between us, we have perhaps enough metal for a hairpin. And once enough had been gathered, well, I really don't know what the next step would be. A large hammer and hot coals, perhaps? I'm really not much of a blacksmith.
Well, is there anything more you can tell me, perhaps?
I wish I knew more. Amon-Jero was the real expert. He actually possessed a silver sword.
Who is that?
Amon-Jero? Oh, he was a court wizard of Neverwinter decades ago. I met him a few times. He was a nice fellow, a little absent-minded, with a tendency to drift off the subject. Amon-Jero reminded me of my old mentor, Master Growler. Had the largest collection of noisy, exotic birds, made quite a racket, you know, chirping and squawking.
Do you know where I can find him? Is he still alive at all?
Well, he's dead now,
Oh.
so I'm not sure finding him will help you much. When word of Amon's death reached me, it was from a messenger who had heard it in passing. The nobles who ruled Neverwinter at the time must have assumed I would simply know if another scholar passed away, for they had not mentioned it to me. It was almost an afterthought. I learned later that it was partly due to what Amon's family wanted, and what had been requested by the deceased, to enter life quietly and to leave it the same way. It is sad in this age when the passing of a humble scholar and indistinct court wizard barely warrants a footnote in history. It makes me wonder, will anyone remember me when I'm gone?
I'm sure you will not be forgotten.
That's kind of you to say, but unlike Amon-Jero, I will not be survived by any family.
Well, would his family have access to his research, perhaps?
I suppose they would, but the Jero family was said to have moved far away from Neverwinter after the war, and Amon-Jero's passing. I have no idea where they might be now.
Huh. Do you have any suggestion, or...
Well, there is Jero's Haven. I suppose you could try looking there.
Amon-Jero had a haven? Where?
It was a private retreat of some sort, where he went for solitude. I know it exists, but I don't know where. I suspect that the Neverwinter archives here in Blacklake would have its location. They typically keep noble family records in the secured archives. They don't allow just anyone to access them, though. I petitioned to be allowed to peruse the secured archives, but I was denied because, well, some silly misunderstanding regarding misplaced books that somehow ended up in my possession.
Well, how can I gain access?
Normally, you would have to petition for access, which could take several weeks. However, ask the guards at the archives to speak directly with Archives Administrator Kotnik. He has been known to let me in, quietly on occasion.
Ah, thanks. I'll be going now then.
Very well. Thank you for your visit, and for letting me chat with you. Quite enlightening, really. Oh, and before I forget, you may take my shard. I've no use for it any longer, and who knows, you may gather more. Do be careful, though. I plan to raise my wards again after you have left to keep out those young nobles skulking about. Hope we haven't talked too long. Otherwise, they may have gathered their courage and attempted to sneak in.
Alright, let's see if we can get access to the archives. If we can, well, convince the guard, I guess. Because technically we are not allowed to, I think. You were in there for a while, but no worries. I found a stout branch and a whittled carving for Harmony, my fiancée. Oh, thank you for your patience. Can we go to the archives now? The archives? Well, my orders were to take you straight to Alderons and back out again. Well, we can bluff. While it is crucial to the security of Neverwinter that I go to the archives. Well, when you put it that way, I am not the one for books though. I'll wait outside once we get there. Come with me. Ah, bluffing works once again. Perfect. Alright. Kotenik was the name, I think. So let's see if we can find that guy. Hello? Who's there? Answer me. I'm here to help. What's going on? Oh, thank the gods. I heard shouting and the sound of fighting, and feared whatever evil has fallen on the archives would find me. I need to find information on Ammon Jarrow. Jarrow? That information will only be contained within the vault. Many of Neverwinter's secrets are kept there, but it is for our eyes alone. That information is very important. Neverwinter itself is at stake here. I need it. Very well. If you swear to protect Neverwinter and keep its secrets safe, I will help you. We could lie here. But, I mean, why would I lie about that? I don't really have any reason to, so... I vow to protect Neverwinter and keep its secrets safe. Very well. These marauders most likely seek entrance to the vault as well. You must find 4 pedestals in the archive. Upon each is a parchment and a pen, which can only be seen by one wearing a caretaker's veil. Each of the pens will scribe a question on the parchment regarding a book. The pen and parchment will inform you of the book their question concerns and ask you for your answer. Answer all 4 correctly and the vault will open. Well, I'm not really one who reads books, you know. I'm not a mage, I'm a warlock. My powers just get me granted by my patron. So perhaps you can just tell me, like, the answers? The questions are never the same, unfortunately, otherwise I would. Find the body of one of my fellow caretakers. Take as a veil and use it to find the pen notes. Now, I must find my way out of here. Good fortune to you. Why don't you just give me your veil? I cannot give you my veil. I am sworn to wear it unless I leave the archives, or if I am dead. There are no exceptions. Well, we could just go outside real quick. You give me the veil and we head back in and you just stay outside, you know, but I guess we just take one of your dead mates' corpses, you know. Alright. What are these 2 chambers on the sides, I wonder? Let me quickly save the game here. I might actually just end the episode here and do like 2 more 20-minute episodes before we go back to the 30, because I'm really fucking tired. Yeah, I think that's actually a good place to end. Oh, well, we check the 2 rooms here and then I end. And then next episode will be another 20-minute one. And oh, yeah, I didn't even see the enemies. Yeah, I just need to record 2 episodes, basically. Then on Friday I'm hopefully not as tired. Can just go back to recording the normal 30-minute episodes. Let's check the other room. More Yankee.
I think we've had enough of this.
Alright, they die quite quickly. Shining light? Okay. Shuriken or something. What are these emotes I just saw there? Like, we can emote and then cheer. Ah. Yeah, that's for multiplayer, I guess. Alright, I'm going to save the game here and see you all again next episode where we save the archives and answer some riddles. I hope I can do that in this tired state. But we'll see. Until next time, goodbye.